Hey folks, it's Flying Rich here, and I'm going to show you the newest way to hack the T-Mobile AC1900 router. In the meantime, I want to thank my friends on Patreon, and that's Andy Mouse, John Hollinger, Umar Sear, Matt Shamp, Token Linux Guy, and Ian Fox for supporting me. And please go to flyingrich.com where you can see all of my latest social media. Oh, and I got to thank Enterprise Cloud 9, it's ec9.us or enterprisecloud9.com, for providing the routers and paying for this video and sponsoring me. Thank you very much. This is where if I had some cool sound effects of like clicking and powering up, I'd insert that. But I don't, so I'm just going to do this as a voiceover. Yep, there I am, clicking the power, and yeah, the lights are coming on. Hey, we got a router. Okay, so here's what you need to do is you need to go to the Bay Area Network Pros website and go step by step through here. Now we're going to be doing this with the Mac and not Windows, but I'm going to be downloading this file anyhow, and that is the files I'm going to need to hack the T-Mobile router. This is a 7-zip file with Keka on the Mac. It's no big deal. You just double click it and boom, it unzips. So there I am looking for it in the file window and double click. See, I want to say Explorer, it's not Explorer, and there are the files. Okie doke, so we can close that. And now we go back out here and back to the list. All right. We're not going to be doing 4, which is setting up a static IP. I'm just going to have it at DHCP because that does work. And you can see right here that the router's powered up. It's 29.1 and the Mac is 29.107. So what I'm going to be doing is the 10-10-10 reset on step 5 here. And so I'm going to set up a ping so you can see what's going on. And when it gets to 100 millisecond time to live, that's when you can refresh your browser at 192.168.29.1, as you see the router IP address there. And in the Mac world, we just do ping, same thing in Unix or Linux. You do not have to do a --T in the Windows world. That is, or I should say, required in the Windows world. All right, you see the TTL is 64 milliseconds. All right, so let's get going. So now, all right, I'm going to move the windows so we can see what's going on here. And okay, so now I'm highlighting it so we know I'm about to do step 5, which is the 10-10-10 reset. So you hold the reset button while the router is powered on for 10 seconds. Okay, and here I am opening up a window with the router. I'm sorry, I'm clipping off the top tab there, and I apologize. So the router's on. You can see it pinging on the right window there in the terminal window. And you hold the reset button for 10 seconds. You continue to hold it. You power off while holding the reset button for 10 seconds, and then power on while holding the reset button for 10 seconds. So you can see the ping is still going and it's getting a reply. So I haven't powered off yet. Now I've powered off. So I'm doing that for 10 seconds. I'm just counting 1 1000, 2 1000 like that. Now, if I knew a short story I could tell in 10 seconds, I could get it in here. And then you power it on again while holding the reset button for 10 seconds. And you see, I got nothing so far. But we don't have the ping yet. Well, being that I did record this myself, I do know how it ends, and here's what happens. Whenever you get one of these routers new in the box, I can never, with a 10-10-10, get straight to the CFE loader. So what you need to do is the NVRAM reset, which is actually, if you go to the Bay Area Networks instructions, the BayAreaTechPros.com, that is. And that is step 20, if I got it right. Yes, correct. So what I'm going to do, and actually right here, so I'm bringing up, I can see that there's no network connection. I'm not getting a ping. DHCP didn't give the network interface an IP address yet. So I'm going to do the NVRAM reset right here, step 20, as I scroll down. So basically, the NVRAM reset, you power off the router, not touching anything, you wait 10 seconds, and here I am highlighting it so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So power off, don't hold any buttons, wait 10 seconds, push and hold the WPS button, and then power on. And it takes about 15 seconds before the power light starts flashing rapidly. And that's when you release. So if you counted, timed 20 seconds, you're fine. Too much is okay. So you can see right here, I'm powering down because there's no more ping. And I did skip a little bit here just because this video is getting super long. All right, so now we can see the not quite up yet because that's not a valid IP address. Okay, it's going to go away. All right, now we got a valid IP address. Now I'm going to try and see what we got. I got to type in the username and password. All right, so I'm going to do the 10-10-10 reset after this because if it's asking me for the username and password, it's just going to come up to the regular UI for the router. And that's not what I want. I want the CFE loader. Okay, so you can see on the left, all right, and on the right. So the ping stopped, and you can see on the left before the ping stopped, the IP address for the USB Ethernet connector went. And I'm fast forwarding this because it is a 30-minute video and I don't want you sitting this long. Okay, so we go to 192.168.29.1. We get that loaded in and ready because when the ping comes up at 100 milliseconds, we should get the CFE loader. Do you hear the excitement in my voice? Yeah, okay, 100 milliseconds is the time to live. And we go here, bing, CFE loader, select the file. I'm going to make sure it's the correct file, but it's the T-Mobile AC1900. Go back to step 7. Okay, so verify it's that file. I'm verifying. Click OK. Click Upload. Okay, so step 8 says wait less than 5 minutes for the Wi-Fi lights. So it's going to do a couple of things. I'm already speeding it up for you. It's going to tell you when it needs to reboot. So you got to wait. Don't click reboot. Don't click restore default NVRAM values. You're just hanging out waiting here. Okay, so you see it shut down. So it should be done uploading. Okay, so it's rebooting. And the pings happen about 1 a second. So if you see them going faster than 1 a second, like now, that means I'm speeding up the video. I think the original footage was about 2 hours. So that saves you a lot of time. Okie dokie. So we got a little bit of activity here, but we don't have an IP address yet. Okay, we got an IP address. We got a good ping. Okie doke. So at this point, we should have been able to successfully downgrade the router to a router operating system that allows you to use SSH and SCP, that is. So both of those. So SSH is where you remote into it with a terminal, and SCP is secure copying. So now I'm going to log in. I believe it's admin. It's either admin or admin password. I'm looking at step 11. Okay. So, I'm sorry, step 10 is where we go to enable under. All right, so here I'm going to fumble around a little bit. I believe you could go straight to back to main page. Here, all right, I'm clicking it. Okay, and then you just scroll down to the administration. Second tab is system. Go to SSH enable. And I should have set a password there. Let's see, I'm going to click apply. Sped it up for you so you don't have to wait. And now I'm going to type a password in. I guess a few characters is very weak. 8 characters, and the combination I used is good. I'm going to click apply again. It's got a reboot. And of course, I will speed that up for you. And it's done. Okie dokie. So now we're logged back in. We've got the SSH enabled on step 11. Now we're going to do step 12. All right, and since this is not Windows, all right, if you read that right, I'm doing SSH admin at 192.168.29.1. I had to add the SSH key to my list of known hosts, and now I am on the router, and I'm doing ls-ltr, which is going to show you everything with the permission flags. You can see there's nothing in that directory, and that's the temp home root directory, or for my friends in Minnesota, RUT. Okie doke. So yeah, I did that wrong. That's not right. All right, I'm going to exit out because that isn't where I want to be at the moment. What I want to do is change directories. I'll get it in a moment. Hold on. See, I type exit. I want to change directory to that directory where all of the files I'm going to need are. Okay, and now I'm going to SSH back into the router. So SSH space admin at 192.168.29.1. Password is whatever you set, or I set just there. Okay, so now we're at step 12. And this way the file, when I cat it and SCP it back to my machine, is going to go in the right location. All right, so it says win SCP, but we're a Mac, so we don't win SCP. We're just going to go to the command line. All right, so I'm going to win SCP. I need to know my username and my IP address. So it's going to be SCP space, the file name, which is original, and I could just type O in tab. So it's original underscore CFE.bin. So O and tab, yep. And then I'm going to do Richard, because that's the user on my Mac, at 192.168.29.107. No. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, sorry. Small print here. Colon, which then you do the path to where you want it to go. So that's going to be /users/Richard/download/network new network hack /TM- do I sing a partridge in pear tree? Okay, so all of the files got there. and you can see they're in my directory here in the Finder. Yeah, I remembered what it's called. It's not Explorer, it's Finder. So all of you Mac purists out there, hate on. Okie doke. So now I'm going to upload here. And I'm going to select the 1.0.2.5 US version. And actually, since it didn't spawn in a new tab, I'm going to right mouse click and spawn it, or splat mouse click and spawn it in a new tab. Go widescreen so it's not jumbled up, and click on the 1.0.2.5 US version. Select upload, and I'm going to select the original CFE.bin. I'm going to upload it. It's going to process. It's ready. I can click download. Now, if I was smart, because it brings up a file dialog, I could name it new_CFE.bin right here, but I don't. And then I name it wrong. Alrighty. So we're done with that. And now we downloaded it, correct? We're going to go to step 16. Which is going to be uploading a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, 3 files, not a whole bunch of stuff. But so the new bin file, the MTD rewrite, and the router operating system. So the AC68U operating system for the router. So here what I'm doing is I just opened a new tab in my terminal window, and I changed directory to where those files are. MV, so in the Linux, Unix world, or Mac world in the terminal, I'm renaming the file with the move command, and it's not new. I check, double check everything. See, it's new_CFE.bin. Okay, now that I got that right, I'm going to move NE. Come on, type N, type, yeah, tab, great. And then N and tab again. Unless you just type it out. Oh, okay. And then back up and put the underscore CFE and hit enter. Yay! Okay, files renamed. If I was kind to you, I did an ls space dash LTR to show you that the file's actually there and renamed. I'm checking a third time. It's kind of like checking the fuel selector valve in a single-engine airplane before you take off. You check it 3 times. Okay, so I'm just verifying the files that I'm going to be uploading. And let's see, do I do the ls-LTR? It's ls space dash LTR. Yes, I do. By just selecting it with the up arrow and hitting return. You can see the files. You can see the new CFE bin there. Okay. And if I move the files by dragging and dropping, I can have the files that I actually need to upload in that directory, and then do a select star and do the upload via SCP for everything that's contained in that directory. So SCP asterisk, and then I'm going to tell it where to go to. So it's going to be admin at 192.168.29.1 colon slash. Do I do the colon slash in the right directory? Colon. Now, because it knows the user's home directory, it's going to put it there. This is kind of extra. So it's slash temp slash home slash root. So I'm just going to copy. I'm checking everything twice here on step 16. Get the right tab. Okay, so we're in the right tab. Paste, enter. It's going to ask for password. Type in the router password you just changed, or I just changed. And that's the biggest file. The other 2 are going to go super fast. 2 seconds, 1 second, 0 seconds. Okay. All right, so the files are up there. So now we're going to do a chmod which changes the permissions on the files. So just going to highlight, copy So splat C, splat is the command key, which is left of your spacebar. And splat V to paste it, same thing. Splat C, splat V into the terminal window. V is paste, C is copy. So splat C copy, splat V paste. All right, so that was step 18. Step 19, same thing, splat C. And that's going to rewrite the Linux kernel. Splat V, it's going to take a little bit of time. And once it's done, we're going to do the NVRAM reset. Of step 20. So what we're going to have when this boots up is an older version of the RT-AC68U. I believe it comes up as a P, which is okay. One of my friends said different. I've seen it something else in other places where it says they're all the same and the last character is just the retailer that you bought it through. Okay, so Linux CRC okay, and we are ready to go. All right, so we're doing the NVRAM reset. So it's power off. Nothing graceful, not holding any buttons. We did this once before. Am I going to do the ping? Yes, I'm going to do the ping, and I'm doing the ping for 192.168.1.1 because that's going to show me when it comes up. All right, and I got a problem here because I'm connected to Wi-Fi. I'm turning off the Wi-Fi. The ping is going to stop. So this way you see when things go wrong, how to fix them in case you have the similar problem. Okie doke, so we're pinging away, 192.168.1. I did the NVRAM reset, which is in step 20. And I'm at the Hughes Compound Southern Command, which is in beautiful Palm Beach, Florida, and we're having a lightning storm, and one of my UPSs didn't respond nicely. All right, so we got an IP address on the interface. We're getting a ping. Notice that it's 64 milliseconds time to live. We're going to log into the router, and we have beautiful RT-AC68P. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the router has been hacked into a more useful router. So we're going to do the last few steps here. We're going to go back to SSH, let's see, SSH admin, and now this is 192.168.1.1. Let's see, SSH is not enabled. Got to click apply. We're applying that. Okie doke. So, and again, it's telling me that my known host already has an entry with a different key. So I've got to go to known host, and I've got to delete that last one, Control K, and then good old Nano, Control O, writes it. That's output. Oh, what am I looking for here? Oh, 1.1. All right, so here's a problem with 1.1. I should have done 1.1 space, because then it would have found the correct 1.1. So here I am, 192. So that's a Control W in Nano World. Control K removes the line. It's a cut, and you can do a paste. Control O, Control X. I arrow up, hit the Enter key again, say yes, and now I am SSH'd in. So I'm just checking ls space dash LTR to see that there's nothing there. I'm going to grab all of these commands with a splat C after I highlight them. So I'm going to grab everything except the NVRAM reset and reboot. Doing the paste, enter right here because there's no enter, no carriage return after the last command. And now I'm going to do the NVRAM last line. So splat C, splat V, enter. We're going to reboot. Okie doke. So now I am, let's see. So I'm going to ping. I fast forwarded a little bit, and when the interface comes up, yep, all right, we're connected. Now, don't get over enthusiastic, because what can happen sometime is that, see, the connection came and went. And again, if you see it pinging, which is what it's doing now, faster than 1 a second, I'm speeding up the video. So I've seen this, that it'll come up for a moment and then it'll go back down. So once we see the network interface has an IP address, net mask, etc., all of the values are populated, we will see the ping start. And then we can go back into the router through the, all right, so we're back. So jumping in here on the router. Okie doke, we're in. All right, now we're an older version. I'm gonna update to the newest version. Now, this is May 30th as I'm recording this. So there may be newer versions out in the ASUS world, so I'm going to show you how to download it. So you go to asus.com, it's going to select /US because it knows where I'm coming from. Click on wireless routers. I'm not adding, I'm just going to click on it generally in the center there, and then not support there. No, wrong place, not there. It's the other support. So on the right, good. Support. And I want drivers and tools because none of this is what I want. So top left, drivers and tools. Really, just slide over there, click it. Thank you. Okay, and select the OS, which really isn't going to matter because I'm not downloading anything that's OS specific. I do select Mac OS. I'm downloading the newest firmware. And I'm going to make a mistake here in a moment because I'm not going to unzip it before I try to upload it to the router. So once it's done downloading, okie doke, I click on it, Keka will extract it. I'm just verifying that it's there, and I'm going to verify the proper number. You can see the number under the firmware on the web page and the number of the one I am highlighting and comparing to verify that it is the correct firmware. So it's 3004384, and I'm just checking here. Also the firmware version. So it looks like we're go. So I didn't make a mistake that time. I did extract it beforehand. So I'm doing this in incognito mode. Not sure why I did it at that point in time, but I am. Administration, firmware. Now you could have just clicked on the firmware where it's underlined in the value and gotten there. So I'm browsing for it. It's in downloads, new router hack, and in that file folder. So it's the 3841. Oh, did I not unzip it? Yeah, I did, because there's a TRX file there. Oh, I selected the zip there. Okay. So it's going to warn me. Yeah, I did make that mistake. So I see the 384.zip, and I unzip it again. So I got a -2. You see, now I have two identical files there. I deleted that one. I know what to do. I'm going to click on the correct file, the 384 TRX. Upload. And for your watching pleasure, I am going to speed this up. So you will see the counter and the numbers move very rapidly. Okay, so we're waiting for the router to come up, and up. It did that trick. So it came up, and it went back down, and it came up again. So now we should be able to connect. Yes, and so admin, whatever password you set or I set, if you're the winner of the router. Don't forget, there's a contest to win 2 of these routers, and if you go to flyingrich.com, now, hey, I don't know if this video is going to live forever, But if you go to flyingrich.com, well, the contest is going. It just started, so it is May 30th, 2018. All right, you can see the value of the router. We got the correct router. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Again, the contest is flyingrich.com, and click on the contest link at the top of the page. Enter the contest. Here's the rules, how it works. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to pick the top 5 contest entries that are on the webpage, flyingrich.com, and make sure I'm asking for a URL. You got to share my stuff. So share my YouTube channel, share flyingrich.com in social media. That's what you're supposed to be putting in the URL. So enter your name, your email address, and the share. You can enter as many times as you like. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to stop accepting entries, and you can enter as many times as you like. I'm going to then pick 5 of what I consider the top entries, and that's going to be based on share, like how you share on social media. And then I'm going to randomly select live one of the 5. So I don't know if I'm just going to put the names in the bowl and pick it out, or how I'm actually going to do it, but I'm going to find some way to randomly select one of the 5. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be safe out there, and if you're in southern Florida today, it's lightning and raining like mad. Enjoy.